Haha, I just realized I was muted. What's up? What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? Lay, welcome to the show. Kenny, what's going on? My guest is going to be a bit late right now, so I figured I jump on real quick and see how everybody's doing. We got a pretty decent show going around right now. It's about to go on. Sorry, kind of discombobulated over this whole. All right, he's supposed to be coming on at any minute now. Amy, what's going on? Um, and we are gonna go live and talk about what's happening. I think first of all, what would you guys like to discuss? How about the atrocity that was what was it? Raw after Raw after WrestleMania. Man, was that shit just a regular Raw? That was not exciting at all. It was very bland. There was some moments. I still can't get over the. Thanks, Kenny. I still can't get over the whole Ezekiel shit. Wonder what they're gonna be doing with that. If they're gonna be like giving Elias like a fake beard to talk to himself or something like that. Maybe post like some vignettes of him doing that. Are they gonna play it off? Are they gonna have like LA Knight get called up because they look similar and pull like a fucking Kane and Undertaker thing where they pretend they're brothers? I don't know. I don't know where this is going. But I do know that Kevin Owens is having a lot of fun with it. He'll be like, go before SummerSlam, you think? You think so? You think they would even entertain the fact that he would come out there in that gimmick just to get fired? What was it? When is SummerSlam? Probably July or something, right? Just to get fired a couple months after? Actually, I would think they did that. I mean, look at Keith Lee, the whole Bearcat thing. Yeah. No, but same shit they did to Shane Thorne. Yep. Yeah, they like to test something out, and if it doesn't go over, usually he said in the summer, I believe. Okay, Lay, smart ass. Uh no, I don't know. They like to experiment with these people, and then if the experiment doesn't go their way, then they boot them. There's been tons of people I feel like that they've done that too, and I can't think of the names right off the top of my head. Besides, like Keith Lee, pretty much all of Retribution. The only time they don't do that is with like Ali. Remember, he was like the hacker, and then he was the leader of the Retribution, and then they kicked him out, and they never did anything with that after that. SummerSlam is July 30th. I knew. Okay, it was in July. But yeah, another person we were talking about last night that could possibly be in the chopping block is T-Bar. I don't know exactly what they're doing with him. He does a lot of house shows. When I was in that Raw in Chicago, uh, he was there doing a house show, but I don't know if that's going to help with his career in the long term. Uh, but I guess we'll see what happens. Anybody looking forward to SummerSlam? I know one of the topics we're probably going to bring up is obviously Cody coming because we 2 days fresh off of WrestleMania, so we have a little bit of time to gather our thoughts about the whole thing and actually have we're not still drunk off of it the next day, I guess. So we're sobered up now, and we have a way to what do you call it? Think logically about how we actually feel about it. Yeah, so he was on main event last night, and so one thing I didn't know is Doug. is WWE doing like house shows now? Or not house shows, they always on house shows, but dark matches. Because I never heard of a match after a Raw get so much like people stay and actually watch. Like Cody and KO had a match afterwards, and apparently they hugged it out, shook hands, stuff like that. Well, because they're friends, right? So it makes sense. But I don't know. Double or Nothing is coming up next month. Jeez, I wonder what I wonder what we're going to be looking for. Out, and it's already sold out too. That's insane to me. Um, I wonder what kind of build up they're going to have. If that's next month, have they done anything lately? That's the one thing I like about, well, I shouldn't say I like, but that's the one thing I've noticed about AEW is that most of their matches on like Dynamite or Rampage have like no story behind it. But when it comes to but when it comes to their pay-per-views, they always seem to have like a story behind each match, whether it be like long term or short term. There's always something. And then they get right back to where they were in the next Dynamite, Rampage, stuff like that. Uh, Kenny says, coked out Tony is hard at work. Listen, he's just an excitable guy. He's a fan, man. He's a fan just like you and me, I think. Or he could be coked up. I could be totally wrong, and he's high off his mind right now. But yeah, I mean, you see how excited he got when Samoa Joe came out, and Samoa Joe was just like, "Okay, all right, let go of me, bro." Um, yeah. Hopefully, this guy comes soon. I'm just waiting for him. But I mean, what else has been going on? This whole Kimberly thing is kind of, I don't know, like what to really believe on that. There's so many contradicting stories about it. And I don't want to sit here and speculate because that's a pretty touchy issue, but I don't know. It's kind of hard to believe. And I looked at the pictures, right? Do you think they're gonna fire? Um, do you think they're gonna fire Nash Carter because of that? There's a lot of people in the comments when I posted it on my Instagram, which you guys can follow me on. Uh, that's at the Pro Wrestling Podcast, and a lot of people are saying, "Oh my God, he's so fired! He's so fired." What can he say? Can't wait for Dark Side of the Ring, Tony Khan. It would be, if anything, it would be eerily similar to the guy that owned um what did he say? What was the company? The guy that owned FUW or something like that? UFW. It'll be or what's his name? Herb Abrams or something like that. That would be similar because that dude was coked out 24/7. But except the only difference was he was on TV more often than um Tony Khan is. Tony Khan's been on TV once in the span of 3 years. That's right. That is Yulei. Wow. Cool. I forgot that was you, man. My bad. Said WWE will look into it. Okay. Is it like they're gonna look into it like they looked into Velveteen Dream? I mean, and then they found out nothing from it, and they still fired him. So I don't know. I mean, how many wrestlers have had these allegations? I think Stone Cold has had the same allegations, but he's still bounced back. And you can't just like, sorry, texting. This is a professional show here. Hold on 1 second. 1 second, guys. I'm sorry. This is quality content. All right. I'm back. I'm back. You're undivided. I have your undivided attention. Oh man, what a time. What a time. This summer is probably going to be really crazy for wrestling. Um No, yeah, I've been thinking a lot. Anybody else find Roman Reigns' promo last night to be nothing? I mean, it was garbage. He said nothing, did nothing. But did you notice when he was lifting up his titles that he was like, he looked like he was in pain a little bit? So that injury must be really, really bad. Oh, another thing. It was the best thing for business. Another thing. The almost Bobby Lashley MVP thing was interesting. I don't know if you guys saw the Instagram video that Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander had posted as a reaction to what happened. Apparently, they were out to dinner getting drinks and stuff like that while they were watching it. And it was pretty. They were like, ooh, that looks like it hurts. They were just reacting to it. I thought it was funny. I thought it was hilarious. But please, ladies and gentlemen, welcome Big Smash. He's here now. Big Smash from Bet the House Podcast. What's going on, man?
What up? What up? What up? What up?
Yo, hey, what for those people who don't know, me and Big Smash have actually done this before where we'll review something wrestling wise.
Yep.
It's nice to have you on the In My Opinion show, man. It's been a minute. How you been?
Just working hard, man. You know me.
Yeah, how's the podcasting going?
Oh, life is good. Life is good.
Hell yeah, man. So you watch WrestleMania, right? Obviously.
Yes, sir.
All right. First question. What did you think of it?
It wasn't terrible. A lot of stuff that went on was predictable, but overall, it was actually probably one of the best shows they've put on. Raw, SmackDown, NXT, all that in a long time.
Yeah, I have to
So
agree, man.
it wasn't, it wasn't terrible. Like like last year's WrestleMania was terrible. So this year it was decent. I think they created a lot of new storylines. Somewhat like it was decent. I enjoyed it. It's been a while since I could say that about a WrestleMania. I enjoyed it. I
Yeah,
enjoyed it. Give it
Blake's
like a
giving it.
7 out of 10. If we're gonna do it like that, I seen somebody gave it a rating. I would give it a 7 out of 10. I love doing my little ratings, so I'm gonna give him a 7 out of 10. I actually wanted to hate Cody Rhodes, but he actually had a very good match. I wanted to hate this man because it was like, dude, like you started a company just to get a big pop at WrestleMania, and then in a couple of weeks, months, however, you'll be a mid carder somewhere. Like they're
Yeah.
never gonna put the belt on Cody Rhodes. I don't even know why he made that promo last night. They're never gonna give him the belt, not the world belt. I
Oh,
don't even know.
we're starting off strong with these opinions, man.
They're never gonna give him. You think they're gonna
No,
give him the belt? You think?
absolutely not. No.
Oh, because I was finna say, Cody Rhodes will never beat Roman Reigns. Let's stop that right there. It'll never happen. And
I
then you
agree,
got to
man.
look at everybody that's ahead of Cody Rhodes. Like, yeah, you got a big pop at WrestleMania, and you had a good promo last night. You're doing it for Dusty, all that. Yeah, all that's cool. You're still not going to get the world belt. The most intercontinental of fucking, they'll probably put him in a tag team
Yeah.
and make him a tag team champion or something. But I don't see him becoming world champion. So I thought that was pretty good. Matter of fact, I wouldn't even be surprised. Give it some time. That American Nightmare shit, oh, Vince gonna have his hand all in that shit. Like, he does it with everybody. Like, Cody said, oh, hey, well, Vince, it was very important that they let me be me. Yeah, okay. Yeah, they're gonna say whatever they want to get you to sign. And then
Yeah. They're your.
they only letting him do this to make it seem like, they took AEW's president. You know what I'm saying? That's the only reason they're letting him have this little American Nightmare bullshit going on.
Well, did
But
you hear
after a
people
while,
say this shit about how, oh my God, that was so great? The
huh?
entrance and everything.
The
Like,
entrance was dope. The pop was dope. But then it was like, bro, you're gonna be a mid card, or you're gonna be down there with Nakamura and all them in a second. You're not up there with the Bobby Lashley's, with the I don't even know how they let him beat Seth Rollins. It's like Seth Rollins has been relegated from, like, they have no idea, because I'm so confused as to what they're going to do with this unified belt. I'm so confused as to what they're going to do with everything's in disarray with them right now. Like, and
right.
they're trying to rectify it, and WrestleMania was a step towards that. But then it's like, okay, who are the heavyweights? Who are the contenders? What are y'all doing with this? How y'all going to
Yeah.
do this?
There's so
Because
many people that face Roman Reigns throughout almost 3 years since
I'm
he's
tired
had
of
the
seeing
belt.
Brock
And
Lesnar.
do we think that Cody Rhodes is the guy to get the
No.
belt off of him?
Fuck no.
Also, I'm curious too about that belt. Is that what are they going to do with it? Are they changing it up
Exactly.
completely? Are they going to unveil like a different, entirely new
I think what
belt?
they're going to do now is they're going to have Roman Reigns on both shows defending it, because I think Fox is on their ass about having all the talent on Raw.
Lay agrees
You
with you.
know,
He says, "Smash,
yeah.
eat, mixed card for
I
life."
don't see Cody as that guy. Like, y'all remember when they brought the Hardy Boys back, and the Hardy
Yeah,
Boys got that big pop, and they
yep.
became tag team
Died
champions,
out.
and then boom, we wasn't excited about the Hardys no more. We seen them, and it wasn't that we wasn't excited about the Hardys. We wasn't excited what WWE was doing with the Hardys. Like,
Hmm.
yeah, this ain't working. So Cody was good. These are my highlights from WrestleMania. Omos is terrible. Okay, he's terrible. He's terrible.
Okay.
Now, I like the MVP managing Omos. I did not like MVP turning on Lashley to do that. If I'm them, I would have kind of put them two together. Like, Lashley and Omos would have been together. Like, that would have been a dominant situation. But I believe the MVP and Lashley had reached its pin. Because listen, we talked about this before. When they killed the Hurt Business, who were like red fucking hot at the time that you killed it, I was like, yeah, it's certain shit that they do to piss us fans off. Like, the
Hmm.
Hurt Business is the best thing you got going. and you say, "Hey, I know what we can do. Let's kill the Hurt Business. Hey, why not? The best thing you got on TV, let's kill it,
Yep.
and let's give you Goldberg and Lashley for the 50th time. The fans love that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
um I thought Stone Cold did a hell of a job. He botched a few moves. He botched that Stone Cold stunner at Vince, but he picked
He
it up
did, or
so
Vince
nice.
botched it? Vince completely. I
Yeah,
don't know
I
what
don't
he
I
was
don't
trying to
know
do.
I don't know who botched it, but
I
it
think
was
Vince
it
thought it
was
was like a Spartan kick into the ropes
yeah, it
because
was
he
he
backed
had a
up.
nice recovery to it, but I was like, we saw that, dog. We saw it. But I thought the Kevin Owens Stone Cold match was pretty good. It went a lot longer than it should have because there's no way Stone Cold. I think what that match was like 15 minutes or some shit.
Yeah,
Uh, it should have been
something
like a
like that.
squash match, in my opinion. But I get it. You got to save credibility with Kevin Owens. The tag team match. The I kind of think the Street Profits should have won that. I
Really.
kind of think the Street Profits should have won the tag team titles.
Now,
Um,
now, why do you think that? Because I'm on the spectrum that Alpha Academy should have won.
I'm not sold on Alpha Academy. I kind of feel like Chad Gable is not. See, this is where when I think of Alpha Academy, I start thinking about Cody Rhodes would be better with Otis than Chad Gable. Like these are the wheels that were going in my head when I seen this match. But I actually think the Street Profits. Listen, I think here's a hot take for me too. Um, Dawkins is the weak link to that. I think the Street Profits, if you're not gonna give them the belts, I think you need to go ahead on and let the skinny guy go ahead on and try some
Montez
solo
Ford.
shit. Yeah, I think you need to go ahead on and let him try some solo shit because and I think people have been calling for that. They have been calling for him, and he even said it himself. Like, nah, I don't wanna do any solo things. I came in as a tag team, but yeah, my thoughts will be one day to be a world champion. I'm like, he has the charisma, he has the talent, he can actually wrestle, like and I thought they should have won. But if you're not gonna give them the belts, then you can't keep having them go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Like the tag team division as a whole needs to be fixed. Okay. And not just some thrown together teams. Like it needs to be fixed. Like when we think about AEW, we know their women's division is not where it's supposed to be. But if WWE had a
Right.
weak link, the tag team division and the lack of challengers for Roman Reigns would be it for me. Like I don't want to see Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns again. But I got a feeling we're going to see it again. It's just we have to. It's like they're force feeding like they fed us Goldberg. They're gonna force feed Brock
No.
and Roman till they can't do it anymore. So that I felt like the Street Profits should have won.
Yeah. What else you got?
What else? What else occurred? I'm tired of Brock Lesnar and
All
Roman.
right. Let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
All right. What do you think about the Sami Zayn Johnny Knoxville match?
It was a typical jackass match. Like, um, it
Would
was a
you even
typical
call it a
jackass
match?
match. It was entertaining though. I will say that. It was very entertaining. Like they picked the spots for the jackass dudes very well. It was a very
Hmm.
entertaining match. But I think the best part about that match was the ending. The whole mousetrap thing was creative. It was creative. It was a
I
good
thought they
it
almost
was a
botched it at first because
I did too. Yeah, I thought it was too, but I was like, okay, enough of this. That was another match that went on way too long. Like that went on way too long. Now, back to Omos. Omos, they are really trying to make him this big monster. And I hope that's what they accomplished with MVP by giving him a mouthpiece.
I think
But
that's
when I
actually
look
a
at
good idea.
Omos,
This isn't
huh?
a bad idea for him. I don't think it's a bad idea for him
Yeah,
to have
because he he
MVP.
he he really doesn't have a skill set. And somebody, I forgot who it was. I think it was the guy that used to run WCW.
Eric
Uh
Bischoff.
Not Eric Bischoff, the other guy that
Oh.
used to write
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
the dumbass storylines and
Yeah,
shit.
that stupid guy that watched Jerry Springer to get his ideas.
Um
I can't think of his name right now.
I can't think of
Chat,
his
help us
name either.
out. What's his name? He's some stupid
Um
writer. Oh,
he the
he
one
thinks he's
that
the shit.
made David Arquette the fucking world champion and shit. Like he was just doing the whole Vince Russo.
That's his name.
That's
Yeah.
his name. Now he was
What's going on,
saying,
show?
what up, what up, what up, what up? He was saying that you can't really develop Omos by having him on TV every week. Like you can't, you gotta take him off TV and like take him and train him and get him back in the structure because Omos falls in line with the other big dudes that we've seen. Freaking Big Show was cool. Great colleague, started off cool, but he was really trash.
Yeah.
uh
Yeah.
Braun Strowman was
He
I
was
don't know
see,
if
there's
they
a difference. So I feel like Big Show, Braun Strowman, they can wrestle. They can use their height as an advantage. I've seen a lot of good matches between them.
Okay, so what do you
With
think
Omos,
Omos's problem is?
uh, he needs new moves. He needs
He has
more.
like the same skill set every match. Like he
Yes, it's
has
a
not
clothesline,
developed.
clothesline. I see it
Yeah,
all the
it's not
time.
really much he can do. And then the Bobby Lashley match, I was like, okay, please don't
Show
tell me they
says
finna have him beat Bobby.
Show
You
says
know,
Omos needs to be the new Andre the Giant.
what up, what up, what up? Please don't tell me they finna have him beat Bobby. Because if you do, I mean, let's be real. They kind of screwed Bobby over at the last pay-per-view when he lost the belt. And
Yeah.
then to turn around and have him lose to Omos, that would have been a big slap in the face for me. But I'm glad it worked out the way that it did. The whole Edge and Damian Priest makes me feel like this is the House of Black WWE version going on here. Um,
That's exactly what somebody Brody King he tweeted
yeah,
about
because they were
that.
saying they were gonna add Rhea Ripley and somebody else, and I'm just like, what are we doing here?
What's going
What
on,
are we
Trouble
doing?
Kit?
Are we doing the Brood 2022? What are we doing here?
I don't know what they're trying. I think they're trying to do their own Ministry of Darkness. But I'm like, so I'm thinking like Undertaker retired, right? Somebody's I was on a stream
Facts.
and they said
That's what he
Undertaker
said.
retired, and then like we don't want another Undertaker. Well,
Definitely don't.
I don't know what Edge's character is. And to be honest with you, there's a lot of characters there that I don't get. I
I
still
don't.
don't get Seth's. I don't know. People have ideas of what it is, but I can't pinpoint exactly what Seth's character is.
I don't know why AJ Styles is not in the running for Roman Reigns. Like he should be up there. I want to see fresh faces.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now the Damon Priest, I kind of feel like the Damon Priest AJ Styles, it's gonna turn into that. But does he still have the belt?
No, Finn Balor does. Speaking of which, how do you feel about because Show was saying WWE's getting boring and maybe a new team will make it
It
interesting.
is. WWE
But
has been boring.
how do you feel about Rhea Ripley possibly joining that group?
That's what I'm saying. Like, it feels like you're looking at AEW and you're like, okay, House of Black worked. We got our own mixture of guys over here we can throw together. Let's get Rhea Ripley, throw her in there. And then now, and it's like they got all this. Well, no, they don't. I take that back. They don't have all the talent. They don't. But the thing about it is they have to hurry up and do something because Tony Khan has another bag of tricks in his playground. That's Ring of Honor.
Mm-hmm.
So he has a whole nother playground to play with, for the guys that he can't get full time on AEW. He just be like, you know what? I'll send you to Ring of Honor for a while, build you up over there. WWE ain't the only one with a developmental league. We got something over here too. So I don't know. I think he might be right. It was time for a new team, but the thing about it is, Damon Priest and Edge is not gonna get it. Like when I see that
No,
team,
no.
it doesn't scream. Maybe 10 years ago with Edge, I'd be like, oh, they got something here. But now it's like I've seen this before. I've seen this movie before. You know, can we? They all die at the end. I've seen this. So I think the women's listen, Ronda Rousey got screwed.
Oh, don't stick up for her.
She did though.
No,
She got screwed. And now I think we're gonna see an even darker Ronda Rousey after that
I don't think we're
because
gonna. Yeah, she's gonna be non-existent. She's not gonna show up anymore.
see, they already doing that in AEW with Britt Baker didn't show up. She's boycotted. So it's like, no, I don't want to see the same storylines. Ring of Honor taking over for AEW Dark. I think they're gonna keep AEW Dark, but I think Ring of Honor, like they just did with Brian Cage. Brian Cage has a whole new group over in Ring of Honor. So I think what they're gonna do is they're gonna take guys that they can't get on AEW TV every week and throw some of these guys over here and make them big name
Yeah,
stars because they already said guys like the Briscoes, they're not bringing the Briscoes in, which I think is dumb.
that is a bad. Yeah,
I think whoever's over there mad about a 20-year-old tweet or a 10-year-old tweet
that's
is just
exactly it.
really dumb. Like Tony has to look at it like that was a pretty freaking awesome match. We're not even going, we got to talk about Ring of Honor Supercard. Like they had some very great matches happen over there this weekend too. So it wasn't just WrestleMania matches that was there. The Briscoes and FTR was a pretty dope match.
Yeah,
The ending was even doper, but I kind of feel like the Briscoes are gonna show up at AEW sooner or later. You're not just gonna super
maybe
kick the
not
hell out of,
AEW.
huh?
It maybe not AEW, but they're gonna definitely loophole them into ROH
Yeah,
somehow.
cause you don't just super kick us and that's the end. Like, no, we got to get some type of comeuppance going on. You're not just gonna super kick me. I don't know what the deal is with them going to AEW, but I wouldn't be surprised to see it. But I tell you what I do know. It is a pretty good time to be a wrestling fan because you have so many choices to choose from now. You don't just have to look at
Hmm.
WWE. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
You got everybody in the Forbidden Doors and all of that. But I thought WrestleMania was a lot better this year than last year. Last year was just felt so thrown. This year kind of felt thrown together to me too. But the matches
Oh,
sort of kind
definitely.
of the matches sort of kind of made sense. And then Monday Night Raw, the little bit that I did see, because I'm going to be honest. I don't know what Seth Rollins' deal is. Um, I don't know. I hope they're not trying to put them in a tag team or something. I don't. I hope not. Not yet. Like this is how they get you though. You know what I'm saying? They get you. They watch you leave, build yourself up. They bring you back in. They give you a little time, and then they change you. You know.
Yeah,
Um, I think for the most part,
that's true.
WrestleMania 7 out of 10.
So let me ask you this, since we're on the topic again with WrestleMania, and you
Go
know
ahead.
how it was so celebrity heavy. So what does having all these celebrities getting over do for the talent in the long run?
Nothing.
Like, what does Johnny Knoxville getting over on Sami Zayn do for Sami Zayn? Besides,
Nothing.
I mean, as I was telling at the top of the show, like it was fun. It was great. I think it was a great show, entertaining,
Mm.
what have you, right? But since I've come down from that, I'm just trying to figure out what exactly is next for some of these people. Is Pat McAfee going to be a regular, or is that just a one-time
No.
thing? Like, what? He just wanted a
Pat
WrestleMania
McAfee had a
moment.
good match, but a regular no. No, that's like the equivalent of Corey Graves finally wrestling
That's
again.
what
Like,
Show said. He said nothing, but he got his WrestleMania moment.
yeah. Um I thought that was a pretty good match. I don't know why they let Austin Theory lose. Like, um, and then they had Vince McMahon come in. Like, dude, like, I just don't be understanding, some of the shit that they do. Like, to me, their biggest downfall is they need better writers. They
Well,
need better writers.
that's what Cody Rhodes comes in because he's so dramatic all the fucking time.
Listen. Cody Rhodes to me did the dummy. Like, dude, you are in a company where you pretty much do whatever the fuck you want. Like, you get the stories, you get the matches, you get the promos, you get all your people, all your nightmare family people. This is your company. You like, this is you.
Right.
And then you go back and settle for being in the middle of the barrel. You know, it's not my fault you made that stupid ass stipulation that you'll never compete for the title and all that. Like you made that. Like, you wrote this shit. Like, I gotta listen. When AEW first started, yes, a lot of shit was going on that made AEW look real amateurish. The whole Dark Order punching air and shit, all that shit. And it was like Tony Khan was like, okay, listen, too many chefs in the kitchen. We gotta slow this down. What I think it was, and he can keep saying it's not true. He can keep saying it. He saw what CM Punk was getting. He saw what Daniel Bryan was getting. He saw what Adam Cole and all these new dudes were getting. So now it's like, we really don't need you. Like, you
Hmm.
want to be the big spoon in this pot, but it's like, we really don't need you. Like, we need you, but you're more of uh an asset than a necessity. You know what I'm saying? We don't necessarily need you right now. Like, but if I'm Cody, Ring of Honor just opened up. Why not take all your ideas and all your visions and all that over there to Ring of Honor, and still, you can go over there and compete for the Ring of Honor championship.
Mm.
You can make that belt a household belt. Like, he had so many ways he could have did this. He could have did a Shane McMahon and took over Ring of Honor from Tony Khan. Like, it was so many things he could have did. Now I get it, his whole legacy. I wanted to come back here, but dog, do you not understand? Now, see, now what they're saying is a lot of people from AEW are gonna leave, and it's like, I don't know about that.
Who do you think would be after Cody the next person to go back or
I don't
just go
know.
there?
I don't honestly. I don't see anybody worthwhile. MJF keeps teasing it, but it's like he's not really. I mean, yeah, MJF is cool. He's a good asset to have, but it's like if I'm thinking of Warlow's saying all the right things, and I'd say it'd be one of them two, but I don't. I heard they wanted to get Jay Cargill, and it's like I think a lot of these people are happy in AEW, and of course they're gonna say that now. While even Cody, he said it,
Oh, he
and then
lied
he
up and
turns,
down.
huh?
I said he lied up and down about everything. That's why I can't believe him now, man. But Show said something. He said he saw an interview that gave him a new prospective. I think he meant perspective. And he said it was Cody said, I think it was personal because someone hurt his feelings.
I think personally that's what I think it is. He wanted CM Punk type of money. He wanted because you remember Tony Khan said he had an option for another year. He could have picked that option up, whether Cody liked it or not. He could have picked it up like he
Yeah,
did
I agree
Brian
with you.
Cage. Like, yo, you sign these contracts, you choose these options. It's like I like Cody. Do I like Cody enough to make Cody my world champion for AEW or WWE? No, I don't. I thought the heel turn was coming, and I thought, okay, now we're on to something. This might actually work. Cody had some pretty good matches, but the standard is Cody wasn't gonna lose the big matches.
Mm-mm.
He wasn't gonna lose the big matches.
But
You know,
that's not true. Because when he was
nah.
with
What big match did he lose?
Anthony Ogogo wasn't a big match, dude.
No, I'm saying he wasn't going to lose the big matches, like his matches that he was in, like Malachi Black. Okay, Malachi Black embarrassed him first two matches. Then he came back and embarrassed him. Like Cody, he'll put you over, but he always makes sure. Only time that I didn't see that was with MJF. That was the only time. I kind of felt like it was more there that they should have went off of, and they didn't. But he put Alice, he put out Malachi Black over, and then in that really really big match, I think it was like a pay-per-view match. Did they have a pay-per-view match?
I don't think so.
One of them big matches, the last one, like okay, first match Malachi won, second match Cody was finna retire. Malachi beat his ass or whatever. And then the third match they had old girl from the movies come jump in and interfere. So it's like he
Oh,
wasn't
that's
gonna
right.
he wasn't gonna like he'll put you over. But because when I read his interview, he was like, well, I did everybody, I put everybody over. And I'm like, I don't know about that, bro. Like,
He's got a saint complex to me.
yeah. Yeah, that's what I got from the interview. Like,
Well,
I don't think you put those guys over, but you did give them some good quality victories. So when they look like, I think the only person that he really, really put over was MJF.
or
The rest of them
Sammy.
guys, huh?
Sammy. That ladder match was excellent.
The ladder match was good, but I think we already were looking at Sammy as Sammy's pretty dope anyway. So I think that match, I think we were putting Sammy over regardless. But I like Cody. I like Cody. I think he's an excellent mid to bottom of the barrel. Let's see how he feels in a year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think he's
Let's
gonna
see
be
how he
lost in the
feels in a
sauce,
year
man.
when he keeps talking and he signed a multi-year deal. Let's see how he feels in a year. Because all this I'm the best wrestler in the world bullshit he was spitting, nah, Chief. Mm-mm. You're not finna give it to me like that. You literally have never been world champion anywhere as far as the big leagues.
Well, ROH. Oh, as far as the big leagues,
As
yeah.
far as the big leagues, you know, but we'll see. I'll judge him in a year and see what he's done in a year. Yeah, you beat Seth Rollins, but they're gonna give him a couple high quality wins, and then shit's gonna change. But I think in AEW, I think he just saw CM Punk, and he even said it in an interview. I saw all these guys come in, and I was like, okay, you've got no need for me.
He
You
definitely
know, you
danced around it, bro. He definitely
yeah,
danced around it. He said everybody had there's rumors that because one person came in that I was I felt some type of way. It's not true, but
yeah.
also it is. Like it's basically what he said. Like
I think it was. I think he saw how Tony Khan was gushing over getting CM Punk and
well,
getting
and going
Adam
back to the Monday
Cole.
Night Raw that happened last night, when he was cutting his promo, he wanted so badly to have what Punk did when he returned at the United Center. He wanted it so bad. He was trying to like kind of match his mannerisms almost in a way. And what we got was everybody just looking at him with a blank stare because
Yeah,
nobody.
and I think yeah, that's because I think you were talking about the one with in New York. He wanted that home going, that welcome that CM Punk got in Chicago. But I don't think they love you in New York like we love CM Punk here in Chicago. Like we
Yeah,
love CM Punk, and that's the problem. I think that's what the hurt feelings coming in at, because you're not that guy. Like we're not gonna stop. Tony Khan is not gonna stop doing everything he's doing and say, "Hey, we're gonna put this around Cody. Cody's gonna be the one to lead." Like even if Cody did compete for the world championship, he's is. Am I putting Cody Rhodes? Am I putting Cody Rhodes over Hangman Adam Page? No. Am I putting Cody Rhodes over Adam Cole? No. Am I putting Cody Rhodes over CM Punk, over Daniel Bryan, over John Moxley?
no,
No.
he's not at that level. He's not at that
So it's
level at all.
like, am I putting him over Kenny Omega? No. Like, honestly, I like Cody, but I would put the belt on MJF before I put it on Cody.
That's a good take. Let me
I
ask you
would
this,
put the
man.
belt.
Let me ask you this, since you brought up Tony Khan, and I just with everything that's going on with him acquiring ROH and AEW, he's took control of Dynamite, Rampage, Dark, Elevation, ROH. Do you think eventually he'll get burnt out and be way over his head, and we'll see the TV not be so good? Or do you think he's got a good
No,
system behind him?
because he's saying the right things about Ring of Honor. He's saying he's not forcing that back to TV right now. So I personally think he's gonna get some help writing for Ring of Honor. I personally don't think he's going to do the day to day with Ring of Honor. I don't see him doing it. And it's like them elevation and dark matches. A lot of them matches be squash matches anyway. Like we pretty much know who's gonna win these matches, before they even show the lineup. Like, yeah, it's easy as hell to predict who's gonna win. It's not like it was Monday night or Sunday night heat back in the days where it was tough to predict.
Yeah.
In on dark and elevation, you pretty much know who's gonna win these matches, and I think he's gonna get some help. I think he's gonna get some help with Ring of Honor. I wouldn't be surprised if he gave Eric Bischoff or a Jim
Oh hell
Cornette,
no. Oh hell
or
no.
I wouldn't be surprised. I would
No,
not
dude.
be surprised.
Jim Cornette ran ROH to the ground.
Yeah, but you see now they got a little bit of money behind them now, and Tony Khan's not gonna just go for anything. But if anything, I think you know um, You got to do something. I don't think it'll ever be shitty because you got to do something with all this talent you got over here. Okay, you're not getting everybody on TV for 2 hours a week. It's not gonna happen.
That's true though. That's true. You're not.
And Friday night is cool, but I think people starting off slow. So yeah, you have to do something with Ring of Honor. If you know that you're not gonna bring a lot of those Ring of Honor guys back, you don't really have to, because you're sitting on talent.
Then what do
On
you
a
do?
lot of
What do you do with somebody like Deanna Perrazzo?
You put her.
She's champion right now, right? But
You
she's
put her. Yeah, you get her. You absolutely get her. But
she signed
then
with Impact.
you have guys like, I'm gonna be honest, Swerve. Guys like Swerve belong over in Ring of Honor. All right,
Really?
Swerve would be a big fish over there in Ring of Honor. Swerve is not gonna be a big fish in AEW. He's not.
I mean,
Hook's another one. Hook's another one. Like, you got to look at these guys and be like, okay, yeah, you guys don't fit. Dante Martin and his brother would be killers over there in Ring of Honor.
I get that.
They're not gonna be killers in AEW because there's too many tag teams ahead of them that you can look at and say, and I like Top Flight, but it's too many tag teams over there that you can put ahead of Top Flight. Like, some of these guys will be big fish in Ring of Honor. Look what they did with Brian Cage, which I thought was smart. They gave Brian Cage a manager and they gave him a team. Like, you're not going to be the big fish over here. Lance Archer, these are guys that can wrestle, but it's like, we're not going to put the belts on you no time soon. Not giving Brian Cage your AEW World Championship. You're not giving Lance Archer the AEW Championship. So it's guys like Private Party and all those guys belong over there in Ring of Honor. Let them develop a little bit more and build up over there, because it's so easy to. Arn Anderson said this shit this week. It's so easy to get lost in the shuffle, because you're bringing new guys in every week. Mm-hmm. So it's like, you got enough talent, send them on over there to Ring of Honor. That way you ain't got to go get Shane Taylor Productions and all those other Ring of Honor guys. You ain't got to go get them. Jeff Cobb and all them. You don't have to get them, because you're sitting on a gold mine of talent over there.
Wow.
Like, some of the names that you can go over there and you got on your main event roster already is like, yeah, go get those guys, send them on over to Ring of Honor, let them build themselves up over there. Like, you sitting on people like, listen, some of the dudes on their roster that you're not gonna use. You're not gonna use Aaron Solo.
No.
You're not gonna use you don't use half of the Dark Order. I feel like Dark Order was probably one of the best things they had going on when Brody was there. When Brody died,
it was just the pandemic era.
Yeah, but no, Brody had them. They would have been monsters.
That's the problem. That's the thing I was saying too, is that he definitely was like the balance between the goofy side and the serious side of Dark Order. And since he unfortunately died, I feel like they lost that. They lost that balance.
Yeah, and it was like, it's not. They don't have the same. And then I thought they were on something with the Hangman situation, and I was like, yeah, they're on to something. But now it's like they have no purpose unless they bring Bray Wyatt back, which I think fits more for Ring of Honor. Again, the Acclaim, send them to Ring of Honor, send them on over there. Like, they're cool. The Gun Club, send them over there.
The Hardy Boys?
The Ass Boys.
The Ass Boys.
Brian Pillman Jr., the Varsity Blondes, send them on over there. Or leave them on Friday nights or something.
But then there's people that are really good, like FTR, that are ROH champions.
Send them on over there too. Well, actually, FTR could be like a hybrid. They could be on both. They would fit in on both. Uh, you got guys like Christian Cage. He could be a big fish over there in Ring of Honor. He could be because Jurassic Express is getting all the shine. They don't really need him. Like they don't
No,
really need Christian. Like you served your purpose. Okay, we won the tag team belts. You know, the best friends, the whole it's like Orange Cassidy is cool. Keep Orange Cassidy over there, but you can send them other guys on over there to Ring of Honor.
I
Like
like
I would this
Danhausen. He can stay on AEW, bro.
I like him, but when is he actually gonna wrestle?
Oh, he's injured. He's still healing an injury. His legs.
Oh,
Eh.
okay. The here's another guy that's lost in the shuffle. Darby Allin. I think it's time, and a lot of people ain't gonna agree with this, but Darby Allin, dude, I think it's time he did go ahead on and turn on Sting and
Uh,
I
I have to
I
agree
think
with
it's
you, bro.
time.
I
Huh?
think I don't think he has a turn on him per se, but I do think he does need to kind of veer away from him
I
a little
mean,
bit.
are we not gonna see a Darby Allin versus Sting match? I mean, this
Is that what you want to see?
I thought this was the whole purpose of him training him. I didn't think he was gonna just be here and they were gonna be buddy buddy forever. Like,
I think Darby Allin's a little too hyper for a Sting match. Sting is
mm,
like more of a guy that likes to keep it a simple pace.
I definitely could see a match with them happening because you got to think about it. And then you got to look at it. I would wait to see that the student versus the teacher type of angle. I could see that. Uh, I told you I'm not really big on Eddie Kingston. He could have been in Ring of Honor somewhere. He could have been on Elevation Dark somewhere. I've never been big on Eddie. I don't know. Yes, he could cut a promo,
Yeah.
but wrestling.
You didn't like that
So
match with him and Jericho? I thought that match was good.
no, I didn't like it. I'm gonna tell you why. Because the Jericho Appreciation Society gets on my fucking nerves already.
Really,
Like
bro.
ah,
Okay.
you like that group?
I think it just started. We should give it a chance.
Nah, they getting on my fucking nerves. They listen. The 2.0 and Daniel Garcia was already annoying to me. I'm not saying they can't wrestle, but they were already annoying to me with the way that they were doing things. So then you put them with Jericho, and now they're all sports entertainers, and we're this and we're that. Like I get it. I didn't say Jericho Appreciation Society might actually be pretty good, but it's like. I feel like a lot of that shit, a lot of these guys belong somewhere else where they can build. And then that way, that opens up
I'll say
more
this.
time,
I'll say this.
more
The only
time
person that
for
doesn't fit that group is Daniel
Hager.
Garcia.
Oh, I was gonna say
No,
Hager. I
no.
think I think I think Jake Hager can he can be well on his own too. But here's the thing about them. I like Wardlow. I like Wardlow. I believe Wardlow. If I'm WWE, because I heard it was rumors. If I'm them, I'm keeping tabs on this dude because he's not Omos at all. Like Wardlow can actually fucking wrestle. So if
He's
I'm looking
really
at
over. I I like him a
yeah,
lot.
if I'm looking at big dudes that who we can track, I'm looking at Wardlow like, yeah, we're gonna throw a shitload of money at him. But you got to think about it. Tony Khan is looking like I'm not letting my prized young guys get away. It's not gonna happen. But uh, whatever issue that him and Cody had, I kind of felt like a lot of them people didn't feel the same way. A lot of the young bucks, Kenny Omega, all of them, they didn't feel the same way. Like I don't know, maybe it was about money or whatever the case was because WWE has a problem on their hands because AEW is not WCW. AEW is not Ring of Honor. AEW is not Impact. Like
It's just its
you
own
can't
thing.
you can't poach talent from us by throwing money because we can throw money too.
Yeah, Kofi, or not Kofi, but Kofi did say something. But Tony's pockets is deep. He
Yeah,
has a
so
lot of money, man.
you can't throw money. You remember how WWE was taking all of TNA's talent because they were throwing money at TNA talent, AJ Styles, Robbie Roode, and all those guys. TNA didn't have the money to match up to that. You can't do that with AEW. So I don't think Cody left for money reasons fully.
No,
I do believe money was on the table and he wanted CM Punk type of money.
he wanted that. He wanted to be or have that same,
Yeah.
uh, likeness as like CM Punk. He wanted people to look at him like he's the hero of everything when
Yeah,
he just
because
not, dude. I mean, you
I
were
think
at
they
the
were trying to
time.
turn him heel and he wasn't ready to be heel. He didn't want to be hated. And
What do
it's
you think
like,
about
dude,
what Kofi said here, though?
go
Wardlow
ahead.
should go to ROH. That's another one.
I agree. I
Really, you
agree. Here's
agree?
why. Again, if you're looking at the AEW championship picture right now, who are you putting Wardlow over? Like, who is he getting ahead of? You know, who is he getting ahead of that makes you feel like, oh yeah, he's deserving of that? I'm not putting him over Hangman just yet. I do think Hangman time is has been pretty fucking excellent. Hangman has had some pretty
Really?
great matches.
You're in the minority, bro. I mean,
But
his matches have been great, but I don't think his reign has been good.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I do think his reign is gonna be coming to soon because we're gonna get Hangman and Omega again. It's gonna happen. You know, I honestly feel like that. But then I also don't want to see the belt on Omega again, not right now either. Like I believe CM Punk time is coming. I believe eventually this tag team with Mox and Bryan is gonna be fun. You're gonna see some dope matches come from it. But I think eventually you're going to start having Daniel Bryan in the championship conversation. You got to start looking at the four pillars, the Darby Allens, the MJFs, the
Jungle
Sammy
Boy.
Guevaras, the then you start looking at like Wardlow. I don't think if we're talking about just the young guys, I don't think Wardlow is ahead of any of those. You know what I'm saying? Yes, that's what I was just saying. Like you could put anybody in Ring of Honor right now because they really don't have any contracted talent. I know Samoa Joe is back.
Yeah.
Um,
That's another thing they need to do too, is the 3-man tag titles.
that's what I'm. You know what? But he did say something about when Kenny Omega gets back, he'd be open to doing that. And it's like that would because obviously the first champions will be the Elite, or it
But
could be Red Dragon.
you think so? Yeah, I was gonna say it could be Red Dragon with Adam Cole,
Yeah,
or
because that eventually is going to come to a head too. Adam Cole, Young Bucks, Hangman. It's all the storyline. I can bet you anything. Hangman and the Young Bucks somehow team up in the next near future. They're gonna give, you
yeah,
know.
not for nothing, man. Like you could easily see what Kofi just said. That would give all these factions a reason to be a
Yep.
faction.
And
You
then
got
Kenny Omega's gonna come back and
Team
feel some type
Taz.
of way about how the Young Bucks did him for Hangman, and it's gonna. I could see all this turning, the wheels turning. But yes, AEW. But listen, AEW isn't the only company with a lot of factions though. Like this is how you're sure. This is his way of saying everybody gets on TV, but it's like, dog, you have a whole nother company, or even if you turn AEW Dark and Elevation into more of a non-squash match fest.
I know
Like,
why he does that though. I know why they do that. It's because it pushes the records for people so they get into the title picture. I
but
understand
yeah,
that.
do the records even really matter in AEW?
To be
Because
honest with you, as of lately, no, because I don't know if you saw the records, I don't know, it was like 2 weeks ago.
yeah,
Fucking Dante Martin was like number 1 contender.
that's
And
what
I'm
I'm saying.
thinking to myself,
Like the
how?
records don't even
He's lost every match.
the records don't even matter. The records don't even matter as far as who gets title shots and all that. Cause I just be seeing people who were, and yeah, that's another thing. I don't keep up with AEW Dark and Elevation. So when I be seeing people jump out the woodworks, well, hey, he's won 5 of his last 6 matches. And I'm like, huh? Then
Yeah.
I have to go back and think about, oh, okay. So yeah, he won over on Dark and Elevation. Okay, cool. So,
You're not
cause
the
I
only one though.
yeah, the number one contenders in the just be coming out of the woodwork, and I'll be like, no, this shit's confusing, man. You got a lot of people who yeah, and a lot like the Jay Lethal. Jay Lethal has wrestled some pretty good matches.
Mhm.
He's another guy that I feel like just put him back in his stomping grounds. Put him back over there in Ring of Honor and let him do that, because if I'm Tony Khan, I got all these playgrounds to play with. Like, I don't necessarily have to just play in one yard. I got 3 or 4 other yards to play in right now. Like, it's so much he could do with it. But you're right. He may feel like he's going to get burnt out, trying to give everybody the shine, because it's only so many championship belts to go around. You know,
See, Lay also says the trios titles need to come quick.
yeah, I agree. I agree. But then now, just like the Owen Hart tournament, I kind of feel like the Owen Hart tournament is unorganized to me. I kind of feel like you need to dedicate a whole AEW Dynamite to just the
Do a
Owen Hart
tournament.
tournament, or a whole Rampage, put them both together and dedicate them to the Owen Hart tournament. Give us the championship storylines and all that stuff. But if it's an Owen Hart tournament, I want to feel like it's important. I don't feel like it's important right now, because it's not even a top agenda right now. I don't feel like it's important. I don't feel like you're giving it. Here's an idea: do a whole tournament on Ring of Honor or something like that to give Ring of Honor buzz. You know what I'm saying? This is what I would be saying. Like, you have to make this stuff feel important. Now, you've been advertising the Owen Hart tournament, and then now it's like I can't even tell you who's won in this tournament, who's
Well,
won their matches, who's
Tony
huh?
Storm. Tony Storm just had a match.
I think a lot, yeah. But what I'm saying is, it's like you're spreading these matches all out. I think they got matches on
I,
Elevation
I
or
get what you're
Dark, or
saying. I get what
yeah,
you're
you're
saying.
spreading them all out. So now it's like, to the average fan, it's like, okay,
But
what are we
why
doing
is
here?
it not okay I mean WWE did the same thing with Queen of the Ring and King of the
Do
Ring.
that. Turn AEW Dark or Elevation into the Owen Hart tournament for a couple of
Oh,
weeks. I mean, it's not like we're missing out on anything, because I would tune into that.
right. It's not like it's. I don't know. I don't want to sit here and say that it's not prestigious, but it's
Yeah,
for a
but what?
foundation. Like you could do that. You could dedicate a whole. I mean, the shows are already long as fuck anyway.
Yeah, yeah,
You
and
know
you could have all these tournament matches in 2 weeks. With the way that you run Dark and Elevation, how long they are,
that will
you
get
can
people to
have.
watch the YouTube show too.
Yeah, I would watch it, because I'm invested to see what it is happening over here on YouTube, and I don't think they do enough advertising for YouTube anyway,
No,
for the
every now and then
elevation
I've
and dark.
noticed that they'll do it like every like 2 weeks. They'll say, "Hey,
Yeah,
if you missed dark, don't
yeah.
forget. Here's people that had their
Now,
matches."
being the elite, they don't even do advertising for that, and that's actually a gold mine they're sitting on right there. Yeah, they could have had, because they were teasing Bret Hart was coming in, and this would have been the perfect way, had him involved. Yeah, I like BT too.
Yeah,
This would have been the perfect way to get Bret Hart involved. You're doing a tournament for his brother. This is the perfect way to bring Bret Hart back in it. Yeah, they do a lot of storylines.
they do a lot of
Uh,
like hidden messages in there. I
yeah,
noticed that. Yep.
yeah. I like BT. I really do. I think here's the thing. One thing I do like about AEW though, Rampage do be having some pretty good matches. It's
And
just
that's
when
what it
you
is. It's just matches.
yeah, they
The
do have some pretty good matches. Like the match with Keith Lee and Hobbs. That was a great fucking match. That was a great ending to that match too. But this is where again you got these young up and comers coming up, and you got somebody like Keith Lee. He's too big to not have him on the main event scene eventually. Malachi Black is another guy that like you have riches right now. You don't want to be WWE and give us the same fucking matches every 4 or 5 weeks. We're getting the same shit.
it almost felt like that for a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. With Adam Cole, John Moxley, and Brian Danielson,
Yeah,
because the one thing I have a problem with Brian Danielson is that he'll obviously, I guess they have a problem with him not with losing. I wish he would lose just once, like his match with Lee Moriarty when they were in Tennessee.
good match.
Um, that was a great match, but
He
I
should have
really wish
lost.
Lee Moriarty, Lee
He
Moriarty
should
should
have
have won
lost.
that. Yep.
I heard something about they were gonna give Keith Lee a faction. Lee
For what?
Johnson, Lee Moriarty, Keith Lee, and they were gonna turn them into a group.
I wants to know who won that match between. I think it was Keith Lee
Yeah, Keith Lee
between him and Will
Keith
Hobbs.
Lee beat Hobbs, but after the match, Hobbs speared him through a table. So it's like you won, but we're gonna leave Hobbs some sort of face in this situation. Like, you aren't just gonna win just to win. So I actually listen. I kind of actually thought Keith Lee would be good with Team Taz, but yes, I want to get back what my man Kofi said. I want to get back to wrestling being just wrestling. We don't need interference every fucking match.
Yeah.
Like, it be some pretty good matches going on. Like all Adam Cole matches.
What's
Um,
up, Toe?
all Adam Cole matches have interference. And it's just like, dude, he's pretty fucking good by himself. We don't need interference every single fucking match. Like,
Yeah, it does
dude,
get. Yeah, there's always some kind of fuckery. It does get kind of annoying. Um, Another thing, I want to call on Kofi here a little bit though, because he said a minute ago that he wants a 3-man tag team championship. He wants a championship, but then he's done with factions. Hmm. I
I
mean,
think every
in
week,
order,
I think what he's saying is every week it's a new faction. It's like it's a new faction coming out the woodwork every week. And it's like I don't wanna see. Listen, they turned when they did Jungle Express, they got rid of Marco's stunt, and then they added Christian Cage, which is cool. But Jurassic Express hasn't been
Jurassic Park.
moving like a tag team. They've been moving like a fucking faction, like a 3-man team. Like, we just have to include Christian in this. He just has to be in this spot. He just has to be in this scene. Yeah, so it's like
Okay.
I haven't seen anything Like stand out on your own. You know what I'm saying? Stand out on your own. Like listen,
What's going on,
the
LaFlocka?
best friends, for example. Orange Cassidy don't really need them every match. Every match I see Orange Cassidy in, here comes the best friends. Like,
Yeah, no, I get this. I get, and I know I understand where Kofi's coming from. At first, I was kind of like,
yeah,
but that, yeah, all these factions, they're fighting for nothing. They basically come out and stare
because that's
down
TV
other
time.
factions for nothing. Yeah, just to get these guys on TV. I understand that. No, that makes sense. Um, yeah, they're
But you don't
just
need to see these guys every week, though. Do I want to see Red Dragon every week? No. Do I want to see the best friends every week? No. Like, even now, they're just starting to put the pinnacle back together. Like, we had fucking forgot
yeah, they
that,
were even together, right?
yeah, we, like, what the fuck are we doing here? Like, I don't even think the pinnacle is that serious anymore because Warlow's not there. Like, and he was the muscle. Like, nah, we cool on Sean Spears. No.
Now,
I
now
felt
there's
like they just,
tension. Now there's
huh?
tension between everybody. Like
I felt like they
FTR.
just threw Sean Spears in there because they didn't have shit else to do with him. Like, hey, let's throw Sean Spears in the group. Yeah, this will work for now. And then it was like they were doing their own thing. That's why the inner circle failed.
You really?
Yeah,
Oh,
we
see,
had listen, the inner
here's another
circle,
forgotten one.
the last year or so of the inner circle after the blood and guts match, not even after the stadium stampede match. After that, everybody was out doing their own thing. You know? Now how they broke Scorpio Sky off from SCU.
Yeah,
They
see you.
broke
Yeah,
him off real quietly, you know, and then just to put him in another fucking tag team. Like, what are we doing? Like,
but he's pushed as a single star. You see, like
yeah,
he's TNT
now,
champion.
but what happens when he loses this belt? And it's coming sooner than later. I don't think Scorpio Sky is a long-term champion.
And I wouldn't necessarily call them a tag team. They barely have had any matches together.
Yeah, but they're branding them as a tag team, and I think it's only a matter of time before the belt goes back on Sammy. I don't think Scorpio Sky is going to hold that belt too much longer. But to me, they don't make the TNT championship feel important either. You know, it doesn't, they don't make it, I remember them saying, oh, this is going to be, the same level as the world championship, but it's like, it's not. Like, you know, I
I
don't
get you,
see the
man.
TNT. It
It's
don't hold the
been
same prestige. Yeah, I think they are a faction because Dan Lambert and the whole America Top Team and all that, they're a faction. Those guys are a
okay.
faction. Like, everybody's a faction. Like, everybody's a clique. Everybody's teamed up. Like, is there really anybody out here that really stands on their own other than CM Punk? I don't really see too many people standing on their
You,
own.
this right here, I think it hasn't been important since Mir. Well, I gotta say,
And
man,
and
I like
they say
Sammy's
Miro's
run.
doing a movie right now. That's why he hasn't been around. And yeah, Miro had a great run, and I hated that they ended that run. You know, the whole
Yeah,
Miro storyline was going dope. I liked it. I thought, yeah, this is genius. But I think what it is AEW gives their wrestlers a little bit more freedom with their characters,
right.
as opposed to WWE just telling you, hey, now you're gonna do what we write for you. And I think because that's the argument I hear with everybody that leaves. Oh, I get to be myself. I get to, like Keith Lee. I thought Keith Lee personality, he's too nice of a guy. I want to see Keith Lee going in there ripping somebody fucking head off. I don't want to see
You
him
sound like
trying to
Vince
be
McMahon
all
when they pitched the Bearcat thing.
but he doesn't have the personality for it. I think his character is his personality. Like he looks like a really nice guy. Like I don't see a Bearcat when I see Keith Lee. I see a kitty cat. Like he's a big, soft, cuddly teddy bear type of dude. Like I don't see him being a Omos. The thing with Omos is Omos has the facial expressions and the look to be a monster, but it's like when he wrestles, it's like, nah, we don't believe you. And that's what I get from Keith Lee. Like the
You
time that
don't
he
believe him?
huh?
You don't believe Keith Lee when you
I
hear him
don't
speak?
believe Keith Lee it can be the Bearcat is what I was saying when they were pitching that
Oh,
for him to be that. I didn't believe it. Like I seen that when he tossed Adam Cole that time. I was like, oh, okay.
NXT? That was
Yeah,
excellent. Yeah.
we're on to something. And then it was like when he got to talking on the microphone, I
He's
was
very
like,
proper. He talks like
yeah, I was like,
this,
nah, I don't that
slow.
yeah, I
Yeah.
was better off just letting him not talk because I can't get his voice out of my head. Like, nah, this not this guy. He's not the Bearcat. You don't do that.
That's just
You
like
know,
how I
sp-
felt about Ricochet, though. I thought he was great in the ring until,
he started
and
talking.
he started
Yeah.
talking. Yeah.
And WWE in these fucking names, man. I don't know.
Oh, you wanna you
I
wanna
don't know
rant
why
about
they
that real
doing
quick?
these guys like this. Budge and Veer and Veer is actually pretty good. I don't think I would have took that name though. I don't think I would have took the
Remember
Veer
his tag
name.
team partner?
Huh?
It only lasted a day. Shanky, Veer and Shanky. You remember that?
Well, they've always had some weird ass names they've gave guys. Like you see they brought Elias back last night.
Yeah, yeah.
Ezekiel.
I want to get your opinion on that because I'm not gonna lie, I kind of liked it. I thought I thought him coming out as his brother was pretty good, but I just don't know what they're gonna do with it in the long run.
Nothing. Not a goddamn thing.
Somebody was saying in the chat that he might actually be the next guy to get fired. That's why they're doing this.
Oh, you didn't know that they already fired him.
What?
Yeah, they fired Elias a couple weeks back.
Oh, get the fuck out of here!
Sheldon Benjamin, Elias, Cedric Alexander, uh, Baszler.
They didn't fire
Of
them.
they did. I'm finna pull it up right now.
You can share it on the screen, but they were just on TV.
It said WWE. I got this sent to me March 13th. They came to terms with the releases of Aaliyah, Shayna Baszler, Sheldon Benjamin, Cedric Alexander, and Elias. Now I don't know.
So they fire. That doesn't make any sense though. They fired Elias so they could bring back Ezekiel, even though Ezekiel is Elias. That no, they're still there, bro. Because we just
Oh,
saw Shayna Baszler.
mm, it's news to me.
I thought I was about to say. I was like, "Is this breaking news? Did it just happen? Holy shit!"
Yeah, unless they are finna change them guys over. I thought it was.
But that's probably a good predecessor to what's going to happen. That's probably going to be the
Yeah,
next names that are going to
yeah.
show up. Honestly, because I don't think unless they really put their minds to it, which if we know anything about WWE, not a lot of minds there.
Oh no, it says that was a false report. Okay, cool,
Their
got you.
twins are
But
wrestling and they're clones.
yeah, I think the thing with that was they thought it was gonna be the other. Um, the the guy that used to be in the core, they were excited for the other Ezekiel Jackson.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so they didn't really expect uh that Ezekiel, but Elias will be Elias will be probably where he at, where he at, mid card, jobber, squasher, shit like that. Like I think now it's just getting to the point where they just got guys for bodies, you know,
I mean, you
like
could
Dolph
argue
Ziggler.
that with AEW too, man.
Yeah, Dolph Ziggler really ain't Dolph Ziggler really isn't. They really didn't have nothing for Dolph Ziggler, so they said, "Fuck it, send him on over to NXT and let him be
Send him over to
champion
the
over there."
developmental brand
Yeah,
and win the
like,
championship.
I kind of feel bad for guys like Dolph Ziggler and Matt Cardona and Cody Rhodes and a few other of these guys that been in WWE for years and they didn't do shit with him. Like anytime they had a run, Braun Strowman was another one. Anytime they had a run or they felt like they were gonna do something, let's take the momentum away. Like the Hurt Business. I'm still
Yeah.
salty about the Hurt Business. I thought there was so many angles they could have went with the Hurt Business, and then they teased bringing it back just
Yeah.
to break the shit up again. I was like,
Sort of.
yeah,
Yeah.
y'all playing with us now. You know what I'm saying? Y'all playing with us now. You
No, I
know,
get it,
y'all
man.
teasing us now. We are thinking now. Listen, granted, Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander, I thought they were a trash tag team, but they worked good with Lashley. But the way Lashley was flinging them boys around, I was like, okay. But then I think the insult was when they tried to get Corbin. And then they first they said, "Oh yeah, this is the Hurt Business," and then they said, "Oh no, this isn't the Hurt Business.
Have a good one,
He's
Kofi.
just hired for the night."
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Like you knew that would have been a disaster. You know what I'm
Well, you
saying?
remember they were trying to recruit Ricochet at one point too, and that went
I
nowhere.
I thought Ricochet would have been good. Naomi would have been a good addition. Keith Lee would have been a good addition. It's so many.
There was
I
talks about
think
Naomi going to the Bloodline not too long ago
she should.
because she's, the wife of one of
Yeah,
the
she
Usos.
should. I mean, it would make sense. It would make sense, but yeah. But listen, uh the storylines and things are gonna get really interesting. I'm just waiting to see what's happening. He keeps saying, "Oh, hey, I'll let you know what we're gonna do on SmackDown. I'll
Hmm.
let you know what those plans are and all this shit." I just hope it does. I definitely feel like you're definitely gonna get a new belt. You're definitely gonna get a new belt. You have to. You can't walk around with two belts anymore. It was a unified championship match. So I definitely feel like we're gonna get a new belt.
All right.
That's time now. Who his next opponent is the big $1 million question. Who is gonna be next for Roman Reigns? I gotta tell you, that field doesn't look pretty.
Nope. And like we talked about, man, it ain't gonna be Cody.
It ain't gonna be Cody. And if it
Nope.
do be Cody, right off top, it's gonna feel like a squash. Like you have no chance.
No.
You know. I don't know who's gonna upset Roman Reigns, but I know for damn sure it ain't gonna be Cody.
I don't think it's gonna be Drew either, though.
I don't think it's gonna be Drew either. But Drew might be the next contender.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna dethrone because out of everybody, man, everybody in that roster,
Unless they throw a
he's
swerve and
been
give us
undefeated.
Lashley. They give us
I could
Lashley
think of
and
the only way
Reigns.
that maybe they could do this to where the odds are completely against Roman is if they make it a fatal 4-way or a triple threat or a ladder
That
match.
way they can protect him. Yeah,
Yeah, any stipulation
they'll
match.
never have it a straight one-on-one, a straight clean pin of Roman Reigns. Not right now.
No, he's and almost like we said, almost in his third year of being champion.
Yeah.
Why take it away from from like somebody like Drew McIntyre? I mean, I like Drew, but I don't think he's the guy. He's not the guy.
Gabe Stevenson.
Hell no, bro.
It it wouldn't surprise me, man. WWE has been known to do dumb shit like that. Like they have known like the
Listen, let
whole
him go to NXT first. Become champion there
I don't
before
think
he
he's gonna go to
don't
NXT.
don't pull a Dominic where you don't go and train.
I
And
think they're gonna pull him straight up.
I think so too because they drafted him to Raw, but I don't know, man.
I
I don't
think
know
they're
why
gonna
they do
pull
that for
him
some
straight
people.
up. Like they're not even because they already feel like the world knows who he is. He's seasoned, sort of, kind of. Please, for the love of goodness, do not make Goldberg a fucking champion. We only gonna see Goldberg when they go to Saudi Arabia.
Exactly.
You know, he's real big over there. You know,
Apparently, because
they love Goldberg. Him
keeps
and the
coming back.
Undertaker. They're big over there in Saudi Arabia. But I don't want to see the belt around Goldberg ever. No, we
Oh,
don't.
come on, Toe. You, you fucking, he's fucking trolling right now. Let's see.
We do not
He
need
will save
Goldberg.
us. Get the fuck.
But
Oh my god.
yeah.
No.
All right. So but man, it's
All right,
always
man.
fun talking to you, man. I gotta get ready for work. But
Hey, no problem, man.
I
Yeah, we'll close it
appreciate
off
you.
here.
As always, I appreciate you and your insight, you know. And we'll definitely
Yeah.
we used to be more consistent with these damn things.
I know,
But
man. Life gets in the way sometimes,
oh
but
yeah.
Tuesday is the time where I bring in anybody who wants to just talk wrestling, talk some shit. So if you want to come in for another one later down the road, just hit me up, bro.
Oh yeah,
But
always.
before we get off of here, I know you got to get going. Go ahead and plug yourself real quick.
Y'all know what it is, man. It's Big Smash. I am the host and creator of Bet the House Podcast, Bet the House Battlecast, Bet the House Musical Hour, Measure of Men, and a few other different shows. I got a whole lot of shows. I'll be out here. So you can catch us anywhere. The website is always betthehouse.com. We on Twitter, Facebook, Spotify, Apple Music, wherever. You know, I ain't just a wrestling dude. You know, it's nice to have somebody talk wrestling with, man. So, you know, this man right here, he does his thing, man. So y'all keep supporting him, and we gonna keep rocking out with him.
Appreciate that, man. All right, guys, that's it from us. So have a good rest of your night. We're out of here.
Yes, sir.